production, equipment, and sustainable materials. His work has resulted in commercialization of pipes such as Fibertech and oil absorbents. He serves as a co-editor of Textile Progress and serves in the publication committees of peer-reviewed journals and publications in his field. He received Mark Hollingson's Prize for the technical work in the nonwovens and the Leadership Award of the Nonwoven Division of Technical Association of Pulp and Paper Association. He has served as the chair of Nonwovens Division of TAPPI and in the board of American Association of Textile Chemists and Colorists. At TTU, he is the first Asian American at TTU to be elected to all the faculty-related shared governance positions such as President of Faculty Senate 2021, Vice President, Secretary of Faculty Senate, and several terms of President of AAUP TTU Group. He is an honorary of fellow of world's largest professional society of the fiber science related professionals, Textile Association India, and is a fellow of Textile Institute UK. He sits in the technical advisory board of the Association of Nonwoven Fabric Industry India. We are very happy to have you here, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Namaskar. First, let me thank the management of SSN Institute in India, its founder, Dr. Shiv Nadar, the group president, Dr. Kala Vijay Kumar, the principal, Professor Annamalai, the Biomedical Engineering Department Chair, Professor Kavita, and the star of this show, I guess, Professor Arun Karthik. It was Arun Karthik who found me and out of the blue sent me a note. I was not aware of him before, but then I get a lot of emails from around the world these days, particularly after COVID. So I wanted to know if that was true. Then it happened to be true that there was a real person on the other side by name Arun Karthik. He befriended with me quickly, and there I am. So I just want to thank, even though it's midnight, night owl mari iruken. So, but it's fine. I really appreciate the enthusiasm of Arun Karthik. That's how the young academic should be. So I'm very pleased. So with that introduction, I'm going to talk, and strangely, he has also slated for an hour and 15 minutes for a talk. These days, even in bigger societies like American Chemical Society, people are asked to wrap up their talk in 20 minutes. So this is such a relish, and in fact, delight. It's more than the class hour. I don't take classes more than 15 minutes. Neither I could withstand nor the students. So, but this is an extended class per se. So we'll try to manage. So I'm going to talk about materials for health and environment. Who would have thought that the field of manufacturing, field of material science and engineering would be at the front and center in the battle against COVID? So I'm going to place before you how different types of materials. Materials can be broadly classified into soft materials and hard materials. I'm going to particularly focus on soft materials, which are very flexible, and also nano component to it. I'm going to cover a couple of students of mine who had done work over the years. So it won't be doing justice to present all this in a cocktail form in an hour and a quarter, but I will try to do. So I'm going to place before you how these soft materials are playing a role. So with that kind of a prelude, I'm going to go into the slides. So where are we? So we need to place everything in context with COVID. COVID is a pandemic. It has upended the world, the normal world order. But at the same time, it has brought to surface some materials which are now shown to protect lives. These have been protecting lives, but common people were not aware. So this pandemic has brought the world into a standstill, economically and normalcy wise. Of course, it has huge impact on health, economy. When health and economy are impacted, obviously the society will be impacted, right? And while this is happening, two-prong approach has been taken by scientists and world governments. One is to boost up the biomedical aspects. That's what you see into the development of vaccines, mRNA vaccines, and AstraZeneca is a DNA-based vaccine. Leave it like that. So, but from materials point of view, the things which we have taken for granted, the common cloth material is shown to protect life. There is a different gradation in which they are going to protect life. So as of today, what is happening on 20th of January? Two global events are happening. One, the global deaths out of COVID has crossed 2 million, 20 laksham. And the total confirmed cases is about 96 million. And United States as of today has crossed 400,000 in terms of deaths, confirmed deaths. United States confirmed cases. I'm not talking about those who are recovered. I'm just talking only about the confirmed cases is about 24 million, which stands number 1 in the world. And India is number 2, 10 million. But there is kind of a paradox here in a good way. While India is number 2 in terms of total confirmed cases, Brazil supersedes India in terms of death. So the number of deaths reported in the database of Johns Hopkins University for India is 152,000. So this is where we stand, Cherry. With this, Honorable Prime Minister Modi on January 16th launched the world's largest vaccination inoculation program. Very ambitious, and I wish the very best for 1.3 billion people. So there are 2 vaccines in India, 2 vaccines approved in United States. Here it is Pfizer BioNTech and Moderna. Whereas in India, it is Covaxin and Covishield. Okay, so all these are coming. So even with this, that's what I'm coming. What has that got to do with materials? Even with the availability of vaccine, it's not easy to vaccinate the entire population of the world, leave alone the population of United States and India within short duration. So how does this vaccine work? So you are all in the biomedical engineering program. Vaccine works based on herd immunity. How immune the society becomes to that particular microbe. So to reach herd immunity, there needs to be an efficacy of 50 to 60% per se, and the population to be inoculated is above 50%. So if there is a small city of 100 people, hypothetically, at least 50 people should have been inoculated and their efficacy should be about 60%. Idu oru base thumb rule. So to do this, it's a tall order within a short frame, but I'm certain that the governments would do it. But even to reach that level, while vaccinations are going on, it's not my saying, because I am a material scientist, it's not my saying. World's leading infectious disease experts say that face masks are going to be part of normal life, at least for some years to come. Already, if you travel to Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, and Japan, I do not know. The culture was even 10 years before, if you fly through Nara Airport or you fly through Hong Kong Airport, you would see people, particularly senior citizens, wearing masks. So that culture was slowly penetrating because of air pollution issues in those parts of the world. Now, this pandemic has made this material, which was not common, to become a new normal. Okay. So this is what it is. Even with the availability of vaccines, due to the need of vaccinating the global population, infectious disease experts emphasize the need of masks and PPEs per se, because that creates a mania. It's kind of hyper consciousness would come in. Okay. United, so what's happening? One issue is the milestone of 2 million deaths. That is a sorry situation. Another situation that is happening today, January 20th, not so in United States, we still have few hours left. The United States administration is going to have a new president, Joseph R. Biden. And this is what music to all of us. In one of the first executive orders he is going to sign, he is expected to sign, he is mandating face mask in all federal buildings, in all central government offices. The first actions, imagine, would anybody have thought that this would be a scenario in the United States, which is supposed to be the most powerful country yet in the world, talking about a mundane thing like this face mask? What is a face mask? I'm going to walk you through all. So this is nothing but your undergarment. So this is basically what is your undergarment. It's a knitted cotton fabric, which is an undergarment. Who would have thought that this would save life? Okay, so this is what he is going to do. So material scientists and manufacturing people would be rejoicing. So what happened? This situation has exposed the vulnerability of nations. I had written an article that became a front page news in all field specific magazines today, January 19. India's one and only daily newspaper in fiber field called Tekoya Trend. Don't ask me why they named it. It has been in publication for more than 50 years. So they named it. So let it be. So it came on the front page of that. So what was it? There is going to be a support for manufacturing and development of new materials. That is what I wanted to drum it as a message for young faculty as well as young students. Let's not worry that we are in an IT. Even IT salaries are coming down, I guess. Your founder would know better than me. So IT salaries are coming down. But looks like there is going to be a rejuvenation of new opportunities. In fact, again, Prime Minister Honorable Modi has launched a startup initiative in India. I think it was yesterday, called Prarambh, to start. So this culture is coming. So there are a lot of opportunities for material scientists beyond soft field scientists. So you don't have to worry that you are not in IT. I think these are the fields, particularly in material science, whether it is a soft material or hard material, it's going to come into foray. So there is going to be support for manufacturing. So if you want to look at it, I had written this, Google my name, you will see it. Just got published this this morning. It's not January 15th, it's January 19th. Okay. So I have placed you in context where we are. Okay, so how to develop material science? This is what I'm talking. So the focus of my talk is materials for health and environment. Those are very important. These are joined at the hip to protect life and to protect environment. So these are tuned together. So there are 4 ways as a material scientist one should think. This concept came from defense scientists, military people. So how do you build a material science program, material science engineering, manufacturing engineering, and how do you do research and how do you develop product? First, this is like a pyramid. So there are 4 S as in sugar. First, you need to understand the scenario. So what is the threat? So what is the need? So the material science begins first understanding the sense. In other words, people have to do a survey. You don't have to do a survey, just understand what is the need, that is sense. Once you know there is a need, particularly there is a need for on the patient, in the patient, near the patient materials. If time permits, I will walk you through all those things. Right. So first we need to know what is the gap. That is known as sensing. Then how much is the gap? What are the things that one has to develop or one has to think? That is known as shaping or modeling. Modeling is not just simply a computer terminology. So you need to understand first what is the weakness. weak link. So many vernacular terminologies you can use. Then how much is that weakness? Or doctor to pora marida, right? Then he asks you to go and take the blood. A1C, HA1C evlo irukku, sugar evlo irukku. Then he is analyzing. That is known as shaping. Once he shapes you, then he prescribes you something. That is known as shielding. Yes, defense. So this is an American defense strategy. Rhyming yes. So it is known as shielding or protection. You are covering yourself. So basically, a doctor prescribes you. So you are trying to noi nadi, noi mudal nadi. So what he says? So first he noi mudal nadi. So he goes and shapes. So what is the thing? Adutanikum vai nadi. Tirukural helps pandrathu parunga. So then what is he doing? He is prescribing you. Similarly, we have to find a solution. That is known as shielding, right? And once you found a solution, then he says you keep on taking the medicine. At the same time, try to be cognizant of some diet. Try to be cognizant of your physical well-being. So he gives you additional things. மருந்து மட்டும் போராது. சுகருக்குன்னு அதுக்கு மெட்ஃபார்மின் எடுத்துக்கோங்க, இல்லை செமாக்ளூடைட் எதையோ எடுத்துக்கோங்க. ஏன்னா we are all having aging parents, so we know these medicines, right? So take a semaglutide, but at the same time try to maintain the diet. Adan sustain. So whatever it is in medical field, we imbibe it into the material science field. First, sense, shape, shield, and sustain. Idan 4 years. So we will build our presentation, how to do research, how to develop products to save environment and to protect human life. So this is a very important take home slide. So if you think like this, it opens up a lot of opportunities for projects, lot of opportunities for startup. Once there's a lot of opportunity for projects and lot of opportunity for startup, economy will grow. So what was my first slide? Manufacturing boost will revive the economy. Okay, wow. So this slide is an important slide. This may be the only new thing you will get from my presentation. Matadalla, you have brainy people like Arun Karthik, and I never met Professor Bhagyaraj, but I see Arun Karthik copying him. So he must be your faculty. Okay, so they are all brainy. So all other things you will know, but this is the concept that has been in existence in defense field, military field. I borrowed it, and this is serving me well. In 20 years, this is the only slide I follow that has led to me developing a lot of products which United States government and military and even Indian establishments are using. I'll show you quickly in the remaining amount of time. Right. So we will go to, I'm going to skip the materials. We can bifurcate material into soft material and hard material. I'm not going to talk about hard material. Hard materials are predominantly termed as composites, right? I'm not going to talk about composites, the ballistic armor, the steel and high performance fiber composites. I'm not going to talk. I'm only going to talk about flexible materials. In that flexible material, I'm going to talk about fiber based. See, this is what it is. I'm going to show you a lot of pictures, and I'm going to show you a lot of samples, and then I will shut up. So these are fibers, right? Which we are familiar, but you may not know exactly what these are. It doesn't matter. So among those fibers, so this is the one which we are all very familiar. This is your undergarment, right? You buy to go to Pothys, or you go to, what is it, Saravana store, something like that, and you are bombarded with these materials, stretchable material, flexible material, உள்ளாடைகள் இல்லையா, ராமராஜ் உள்ளாடைன்றாலே இதுதான் சார் போட்டுருக்காரு. So the gentleman next to Karthik, I'll show all this. So this is simply cotton, next to skin, cotton, right? So this is basically an undergarment, right? So, but we are taking this undergarment and adding value to it. That is what I'm focusing. So any undergarment, if you sell undergarment, see, Americans, only one thing they are good is they say, but you may debate about it, but that's fine. Americans are very good in selling a refrigerator to an Eskimo. எங்கேயான அலாஸ்காலுக்கு ரெஃப்ரிஜரேட்டர் தேவையா? There is no need, but Americans will be selling. So that is only marketing. So how they are marketing? This is an undergarment. If you just say this is an undergarment cloth, nobody is going to wear near their nose. Rather, they are saying it as a value added textile or high performance textile. It's nothing. Okay. So how do you do a research? Needs to be based on solid science footing, no doubt about it. I am not debating it. But at the same time, you need to market. Tamil sonna oviyama pesanum. Yeah. So that is what it is. Cinema sells because there are some attractive dialogues and music. Right? Hollywood la music la avlo kedaiyadhu, but India la cinema odradhe music vechi dhaan. That's a different story. Anyway, cultural variation there. Leave it there. So marketing. So what they did, they took the ordinary cotton cloth, which is made in plenty in Tirupur, and then market it as a life-saving material or technical textile. So this is what it is. So then they built on different materials. So what is the actual? So this material. So the ultimate goal, the holy grail, is the holy grail for protection against virus. The holy grail for protection against a nuclear threat, the holy grail for protection against chemical toxin, like those which was supposed to be used in high dangerous situations like sarin, soman, all those toxic nerve agents and so on. That's what we have done research. I'm not going into deep. So ஒரு protection வரணும்னா இதுதான். A man has to be made into a zombie. Right? How do you achieve this protection? You can achieve this protection by putting a lead hood. Yeah, you can protect yourself if you take a lead material and cover yourself so man becomes a zombie. When you cover yourself with a lead material or a cement concrete, protection you will get. Adhan bunker, nuclear bunker. But you will not be able to breathe. When you are not able to breathe, what is the purpose of protection? It is lost. So this is the holy grail. Idu achieve panna mudiyuma? That is the research material scientists are doing. In India, big laboratories like DMSRD, Kanpur, yeah, Defense Materials Research Lab, and then DRDE, Gwalior. Those are the people. If you are a material scientist, there are also opportunities there if you want to work for them. So those are the people who are looking towards this holy grail, Amrutam. Sanskrit la sonna Amrutam solramano. So Amud, Tamil la sonna Amud. Yeah, so this is the final step to reach protection. Is not one solution for all. Is it possible to achieve? It is not possible to achieve, but people are slowly achieving. So what have I said? Why we have to be in material science and Solyach? To boost the moral, because there's a lot of opportunities. Then how to go about? You don't have to be a researcher. If you want to start a company or if you want to do a research, there are only 4 Yes. First, sense, shape, shield, and sustain. Adun Solyach. Then this is the ultimate goal. So if the ultimate goal is not reachable, that is good. You don't have to worry that I'm not able to reach ultimate goal. You will keep on trying. Right, Leah? So Adamari. So if you want to keep on trying, you got to put in more effort. That means there are more opportunities. So 3 points kuduthen research la. Then we will quickly. So ipo epdi eduthamna in the materials for I'm going to split my presentation, one on health and one on environment. So health, the soft materials like this, which are used to protect a human being from outside dangers, are known as protective textiles. This is romba simple terminology. So how do you classify this protective textile? You classify this protective textile into three major components. First component is defense or military. Second one is medical. That is what is now we are all using on a daily basis. And third one is consumer. So we'll quickly run through the consumer lens. This culture has not penetrated to India much. Wipes, a simple wipes, right? But that wipe, that's consumer. The wipe may be a dry wipe or a formulated wipe. So this is hermetically sealed. So you have to close it. Hermetically sealed na kaathu pogada seal pandrom. Then it is you put these wipes into some sort of formulation. Adhe flexibility paranga. What I said is I'm only going to talk about flexible material. So this is a soft material, right? So it has some formulation in it. You can see this. Predominantly it's an alcohol based material. So this is the consumer protective textile. You normally wipe your hand. It's either alcohol based or it may have some antimicrobial chemistry to it, right? Aloe vera and so on and so forth. Idella marketing da, right? So that is consumer. And then the second one is defense. When it comes to defense, you will always think about protecting yourself from bullet penetration. So that is ballistic protection. Aduthathu or important thing which is very high end in material science is known as toxic chemical protection. That's what brought visibility to me. CNN and Hindu, even Hindu covered me in many times in science and technology, because we were one of the first to come up with a soft material to protect human being from nerve agents. So the nerve agents are something that attack the nervous system by inhibiting cholinesterase secretion. Since you are biomedical scientist, you would know that particular enzyme secretion is inhibited. When that particular enzyme secretion is inhibited, it leads to nervous breakdown. So I am talking about soft materials that are helping to protect human being from nerve agents such as sarin, soman, and mustard, sulfur mustard, right? So this is a flexible material, again made using cotton, but I will walk you through if time permits. But this is our patent. This is what is commercialized, right? Somebody read about me. That's okay. So this has heavy science into it. Again, it uses the same cotton, but it protects human being from nerve agents. So nerve agents or a characteristics, important characteristic is they phase change quickly. That means they are volatile. So when these are normally liquid in nature, but when they are exposed to ambience, believe me, I won't go too much science. Koncham sollitu, because I have to show you that I am a professor, right? Illana edo padam pottu ponarnu. So I will try to do it. So these nerve agents, right? These nerve agents are phase changing chemicals. So when they are in a hermetically sealed environment, right? So they are liquid in nature, but while they are exposed to ambience, instantaneously it says someone muted me. That's fine. Hello?
Yeah, yes, sir. It's audible, sir.
Okay. So these chemicals are liquid in nature. When they are exposed to the ambience, they change to vapor. Is a problem. So it is easy to wipe away the liquid. If it's water, it's easy to wipe away. Then how do you hold the vapor? When the water vaporizes, how are you going to hold the vapor? It's a problem. So that is what the invention is. So what we did in this, the top layer is cotton or any material. So the cotton or any normal fiber like what you wear, leggings in particular, jeans, anyway. This will be able to hold the liquid. Takkanu liquid wipe pannu. But then what you do, the vapor, that vapor will be held by the activated carbon. Right, nowadays people have stopped smoking, that is good. But in olden days when people smoke, what they do, they used to have an ashtray. That is nothing but charcoal powder, highly porous charcoal powder. So that charcoal powder will be able to hold the vapor. So the physical chemistry there is adsorption, Adam David, whereas the liquid wiping is absorption, Adam Boy. So this is what we did. So we took a cotton layer and then we had activated carbon, not in the particle form, not in the powdery form, but in a film form, you can see. And then we bonded this top absorbing layer with the middle absorbing layer, right? That's fiber tech, fiber that protects. And the next one is thermal protection. Of course, people in Chennai need thermal protection, but here, even though it is Texas, southern border, it's 30 degree Fahrenheit, 4 to 10 degrees centigrade. So you can't bear that cold, particularly for people like us who have been living in Tamil Nadu. So we need thermal protection, right? So I'm not going to talk about thermal protection. Ippo. So what is the thing? The gentleman next to Arun Karthik was wearing this. So this is first step. It's a cotton cloth that will not do the job well. So then came this material where you are blowing the polymer. I do not know how many people know a little bit on polymer science. Na romba poporadilla. So instead of taking a cotton and making a yarn and making a fabric like undergarment, in 1950 in United States, again funded by United States Navy, people started blowing the synthetic polymer like polypropylene, polyolefins. Polypropylene is polyolefin, just carbon and hydrogen, linear chain. Then they extrude it. They simply blow it through fine nozzles or spinneret and make material like this. So when you make material like this, you don't have control how the fibers are arranged. They are ubiquitously distributed. In your analogy I give. So don't do this, but I'm just giving you an example. Don't do this. So when you have a 16 volt DC current is flowing through some circuit, you go and keep your finger. What happens? You tremble. You will meet the maker eventually. Let's hope that somebody comes and saves you. But adukku munnadi, what is the experience you have? You tremble. That means you go into kayak. ஒரு பேய் வந்த மாதிரி ஆடுறோம் இல்லையா, சாமி வந்த மாதிரி ஆடுவோம், because of that high voltage. அதுதான் இங்க ஆறுது. So when you do this, you are not able to balance. You don't know where you will end up, right? அதே மாதிரி தான். So when you are passing these synthetic material, which can be thermally extruded, thermally pushed, you don't have control on how this material will fall. The nature will determine. That is chaos. This is a big field now. Physics la pathomna chaotic theory in solromo, no chaotic theory. Amari, we don't have a control. So when we don't have a control, the fibers arrange on themselves. Ubiquitous distribution nu solluvom. It's not a normal distribution. It's an ubiquitous distribution. Appadi vara material vere non-wovens. Okay, this may be a new terminology, but Arun Karthik will know this. So this is the material. Now you see this. There are two colors you would have seen in the face mask. Most of them will be blue in color. Sometimes they are green in color. You don't ask me why they are blue and green, because the nature of the material is very inert. Olefin, carbon, hydrogen irukadnala, adula oxygen illathathanaala chemistry ku na romba pola. Additional material functionalize பண்றது, it is difficult. So you see this blue color and green color material, which is nothing but ubiquitously distributed material. அதனால தான் இதுக்கு பேர் non-woven பேர். When these fibers are ubiquitously distributed, they arrange in a random fashion. When they arrange in random fashion, what happens? It helps with filtration, right? When you have to filter a material, the path of the material has to be intercepted. So that is what happens. So why are you wearing these face masks? What is the reason? You may say that, okay, sir, it is going to filter viruses. Viruses are less than 1/10 of a micron to 1/100th of a micron, or 0.03 of micron, 0.03 micron size, 300 nanometers, 300 nanometers to 500 nanometers, give or take. So appadi varakuriya fine particle, how are you going to filter? So you are going to put multiple barriers. The relay race marada. So you are going to put multiple barriers to it. So how do you put multiple barrier? by arranging the fibers in a chaotic form. The slide and I explained you in a simple term. So this type of material. So we are now moving to higher level of materials. So this type of material is known as non-wovens. In India, for past 20 years, awareness has been created on this field. So it is a humbling experience that I was part of the government effort since 2000. Google me, whatever I say, don't take it. You can fact check using Google Uncle. Do it. So if you do it since 2000, I have been collaborating with many institutes and Government of India in promoting this field. I never thought when I started doing this in 2005, 2006, that this field will be a lifesaver. So this field is basically saving the life. We have just we are just publishing a paper in a high impact factor journal where we say that face masks are alone capable of reducing the rate of infection of this coronavirus. So this field is high end in the fiber field in India. So that is known as technical textile. Lot of startup companies are coming. I myself have started one startup in Chennai. I will show you those results. So first I have given you an idea why we should be in material science. As long as that material helps to save the environment, the material helps with the health of people, you are in the right place. Then focus on soft materials to start with, because soft materials play an important role towards human health. Sorry. So what is this? I just gave you an example. This field, which is a high-end field in textile, is known as non-wovens because we are not weaving. I explained to you why we are not weaving, because we are taking a polymer material. Polymer material is nothing but a starting material which can be thermally phase changed. So a polymer material which can be melted per se in loose terminology, push it through funnels, push it through spinneret syndrome, or push it through holes, and then you make the fabric. So you are skipping all the existing conventional process. Just simply take a thermally meltable material, push it through holes, let it arrange on its own in a chaotic fashion, result in a ubiquitous distribution. Then that material what you get is known as non-wovens. There are different types of processes. So you see, since 2000, I have been working in this field. This is the field I defined. This was one of my first master student when I was young and I had a lot of hair. So this is what it is. So non-woven fabrics are flat structure. This is a flat structure. You see, whatever this is a flat structure. It is nothing. It is a sheet or a web. And what you do, you simply melt a material and then bond it by many different fashion. So we don't have to go through this. IPA, which is predominantly used material, this material which you see, you don't have to know much about it. It is known as spun bond. So we don't want to know what are all the terminologies there. It will confuse you. Sorry. These materials, when we started this research, and particularly India started this field only in 2000. Adukku munadi there were a handful of people working. But this became a field just 20 years back in India. Whereas this is 60 years in United States and Europe. 1970. This field became a proper field in United States and Europe way back in 1970. India ledtomna 2000. So I was part of the early people who worked with Indian entities, Indian academic institutes. And then I defined the field in India. You will Google and then you will find. So where are these? When we started, we never know that in 20 years a pandemic will come and that becomes a gift or keeps on giving. right? We never know. But these are the so many applications this material, Nagankira material. So next time when you wear the face mask, you know that how it is made. What is the name of that material? It is not a fabric. It is a non-woven or a technical textile. These are used in so many health related application. Hospital fabrics, surgical gowns, face masks. How many people know that your collar, inside the collar, this material is used. Inside your shoe liner, this material is used. Inside your Maruti car, the engine filter, the air filter, this is what it is used. So these are all soft. You would have never imagined. So this is my lab. American academic labs are really big. So you take a simple fiber, then you put it in some machine. Don't ask me what are those machines. We don't have time to go into this. Or this is like a black box. You put that starting material in the one place in, and then you walk 3 meters. Lengthy product, lengthy machine. Or 3 meters, all you see is a fabric material like this. Right? So that is one process. So the fibers are bonded with the help of needle. Hence this machine is known as needle punching. So the blue product is made by a spinneret. The spinneret na the hole. Right, this hole. So you put that polymer material like olefin, carbon, hydrogen, CH2, CH2, CH2. Right, valency satisfy agade. So that is what it is. So valency satisfy alana, you have a long monomer chain that gets consolidated, right? That is what olefin is. So when you put that plastic pellets, plastic bottle vechukkonga. So you put that plastic pellets in this machine and then melt it and then push it through a hole. This is one single hole I'm showing. So likewise there will be series of hole. Then the fibers will settle like this. You see there is no single pattern. That is not ubiquitous distributions or no. That is what you see. So that's a scanning electron microscope and that is the material you see. Acha. What are all the examples? Everybody travels these days. So when you go into Air India or some international flights, they give you a material like this blanket. So that is acrylic in fiber, right? It is a synthetic fiber. It is more or less analog to wool, sheep wool, right? So that helps you to give thermal comfort, blanket, right? In the Siachen Lala, Indian Jawans use this. So that is made by the needle punching process. So this is what I showed you. This is basically your engine air filter. This is also a air filter. The house air conditioning filter. This is everybody uses this. This is a common one. I have a. This is your common shopping bag these days, right? See? So this is the common shopping bag. So when you reduce the weight of it, it becomes a face mask. Okay, wow. So this is basically your pillow cover. Again, when you reduce the weight, it becomes a pillow cover. And all your nappies, incontinence products, they all have this material. Inside they put fluff pulp, wood pulp, right? So that is diaper. You see what I'm saying is, you may not be knowing, but so many products have come in 20 years. And this has become a job giver for the people working in chemical engineering, people working in petroleum engineering, and people working in mechanical engineering and material science, right? This is a simple, your surgical wipes, right? See, like I said, it may be an ethyl alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. And again, diapers. This is very common these days. Above average income people, right? Metro sexy people solrome. So they are all using this on a daily basis, right? So this is what it is. This is an important PPE. Previously, it used to be made of cotton, right? Ippa ella single use spun bond material. This synthetic non-woven material PPE. So many things. Now come to mask. So rendu mask I have showed you. So this is a simple mask, but technically we should call it as a face cover. Then I said the next step of protection. This is the low rung of protection. Better than nothing. Next step is technical textile non-woven filter. And then the next step is, this is what in short supply. So this is N95 mask. So N95 stands for, it will have 95% filtration efficiency. So how does it come? I will walk you through that when I come to that slide. So when this pandemic came, right, nobody knew this. This was happening in China, November, December of 2019. Nobody knew. Then it hit United States somewhere in February, March in Seattle, in Washington State. On April 2nd, United States Center for Disease Control, CDC, அதுதான் infectious disease, primordial preeminent center. They announced on April 2nd that this virus is transmitted through, first they didn't say that it was airborne. They said it is transmitted through droplets. Then subsequently they changed the airborne. When the transmission mode was changed to airborne, you need to definitely have masks. So roughly around April 1st week, the CDC, Center for Disease Control, announced that you need to have a mask. Upper, I said before, we didn't have supply, whether it was India or United States or Europe. That was not there at all. People never bothered to build capacity for making this kind of masks. So front page news in one of the biggest newspapers said, well, everybody has to go to China. So anybody, just I'm giving you an analogy. Andamari situation. So there were information floating that this virus emerged out of one particular country. And subsequently, that country had the maximum capacity then for the protective mechanism. It's kind of an irony. So this became a world panic situation. Right. So I'm going to skip this. So then people like us collectively started working towards developing different form of mask. So then people started, okay, let us see the possibility of using this ordinary face mask. This is the face mask. So this is a normal face mask surgeons use in a normal operation room or operation theater. That was not sufficient because this virus mode of transmission was known to be airborne. Abdina, it is in situations like where intubation, the intubation ventilation பண்றாலையா அந்த மாதிரிலாம் தொலை போட்டு டியூபை போட்டோம்னா the aerosolized particle, you know what aerosols are. These aerosolized particles are generated. In that situation, this mask is of no use, this mask is of no use. You need to have higher protection. இதான் N95. This N95 has three things. First and foremost, it filters these aerosols which are less than 300 nanometer virus size. And it gives the necessary fitness. The loose holes alla irukadu. Whereas if you put this, you see there are holes here. So yeah, then what is the purpose of this, right? But when you do this, it's perfect fitting, right? So like when I said about the material science, I said that it should have 4 F's. A face mask should have 3 F's. F as in face mask. First, it should filter. Okay, then it should have fitness. See, it will take the shape of nose and the gap through which these particles pass through is minimized. Right? So filtering, fitness. Then it should have some kind of form. Comfort kudukunu. Orediya mooka iluthu pidicha, people will also die. So it should also be sufficient enough to let you breathe. That is known as a form factor. 3 F. So that is what this face mask does. புரியுதா? இதுதான் N95. Exactly. So this was in short supply. Okay, இதெல்லாம் explain பண்ணியாச்சு. Then when this was short supply, how do you overcome? இதுதான் அங்க பிரச்சனை. No, sense. Now go back to the second slide, I guess. Sense, no, third slide. Sense panno. So what is the sense? The sense was it should be capable of filtering. It should be capable of being complete fit. And it should also provide some form factor. That means it should not let you suffocate. That is the sense. Then you model it, shape it. Then when you shape it, you understand, okay, this is not giving you solution. This is not giving you solution. What do? You have to develop a protection, shielding. Then what we did, that was our invention. A paper is coming. So this is simply a cotton material like this. Different form. This is a thick material. This is a thin material. That's all. You see, so this has no filter. Ordinary cotton cloth like this, the one on the left hand side. Then we had the filter. I told you about the meltblown. You see this kind of a filter. You see this. This is our invention, right? This invention, this product is known as Pfizer. The same material, the same cotton, you could see it's not uniformly distributed. Right, it is ubiquitously, chaotically distributed, so it is a filter. So what we did, we took an ordinary cloth, then we had this filter, which I already told you. What is the name of it? Non-woven, right? Then join these two together. So when you join these two together, this has some 20% filtration efficiency. This has some 50% filtration efficiency. This gives you fitness and comfort because what is this? This is your undergarment, lingerie material, right? So it forms a high efficient filter, which is known as Pfizer. Carlala and the Kannadi enna solrom and the shade of Pfizer adana name. So I will show you how we did. So this is a filter, cotton filter, cotton fabric or a face cover. This is a filter. And you cut this, you first make it, see, compared to this, right? Okay, wow. This is ordinary face cloth. Now, I am trying to develop this fitness. See, you develop it according to the face size. It's much better fitness, but it has no filter. So what you do, you insert this. You see this. You see, likewise, you insert it. So this is a face cover with a non-woven filter. It enhances. So this is exactly what you see here. Right? So this is what it is. So I have given you one example. I'm using the same principle, 4S. Sense, shape, shield, and then sustain. How do I sustain? This you can use it for multiple times because this is washable. This is not washable. So use it for few times, throw it. So you have to stock this. This is cheap. So sustaining. Okay, now I will show you an example how these materials are used to protect the environment. So we have come up with a technology that will protect people and the environment from toxic petroleum, oil and fuel. Right. Why do you have to develop this? Normally, this is what you have in the industry. This is again made of synthetics. Enna problem? So these synthetic materials are not biodegradable. Right? When it is not biodegradable, what happens? You clutter the environment, you load the world, you load the earth and you pollute the earth. So if you use any of these synthetic material, India less than 0.5 micron thin polyethylene shopping bags bag pannitaanga. So what happens? This sprays, it strays apart. It will create these fibrils. You see this? So that is known as microplastic pollution. What happens? These microplastic pollution end up in the ocean and aquatic and marine animals feed on these plastic and they die. So there is a lot of environmental pollution. That's the bigger picture. Which one has to be cognizant of. So what we did, we again wanted to develop an oil absorbent material using sustainable products. Okay, so We started doing this. If you Google, you will know. Hindu front page, they covered me because PTI carried my work. Right, way back in 2010, in April of 2010, you would all be familiar. Maybe you would have been very young, going to high school. Kids are in there, high school, right? If you are 17, 18 year olds, definitely you may not have known this. But in April of 2010, United States had the largest oil spill, the Enna tanker from Gulf of Mexico, it blew out, which is owned by British Petroleum. Another, it is called BP oil spill. One of the largest spills of 4.5 million barrels of oil spill into the ocean. What would have been? These are all crude oil. Crude oil is carcinogenic. நம்ம வீட்ல யூஸ் பண்ற ஜிஞ்சலி ஆயில் மாதிரி இல்ல. This is a crude oil, so it is carcinogen. சரி, அதுக்கு what did we come up? So people have been using this. This is a synthetic material. I had shown you the problem with this synthetic material. So we came up with a solution using cotton. அதுதான் இது. This product was invented by me, but it is manufactured by a company in South India and marketed out of Chennai-based company. Imagine, Chennai-based Wellgrow United, wellgrowunited.com. If you Google, you will know this. The beauty is the entrepreneurs are IT people. They were fed up with IT. They wanted to come up with something where they can feel and save the world. So I collaborated with them and we used cotton. Cotton is biodegradable because cotton grows from the land, so it is natural. So this is the product. See how beautiful this is. This is made in India, and this fulfills two of the initiatives of the Indian government. One, Swachha Bharat. Why Swachha Bharat? Because this is protecting the oil tanks and protecting India's oil companies like ONGC. Because if you look at ONGC pipeline, they all go through the field, paddy fields, particularly in Godavari Delta Basin, Kaveri Delta Basin, Angalanda in the Ennakanar Rukum. You know this, Karaikal and Mannarkudi, Thiruvarur and those places, which are very fertile paddy lands. So what happens if there is a crude spill there? The soil will get rotten. So this is helping that way to clean up those places. So Swachha Bharat, and it is made in India. Even though it is my IP, I have collaborated with them. So Atmanirbhar Bharat, as well as that is self-reliant Bharat, as well as clean India. Okay, so this material used is cotton. See, so this is what it is. So the cotton, again, if we have to absorb anything, the material should have high surface area. Go back to physical chemistry. You see, material science is a beautiful field where it is multidisciplinary, right? வெறும் கோட் எழுதுறது தான் ஐடி. சாஃப்ட் சயின்ஸ் சொல்றேன், வேற என்ன இருக்கு? வெறும் கோட் தான். 0 1 2 பைனரி நம்பரை வச்சு கோட் எழுதணும், அவ்வளவுதான். ஓகேவா? பட் மெட்டீரியல் சயின்ஸ் எடுத்தா you need to know little bit of math, you need to know chemistry, you need to know physics, you need to know mechanical engineering, you need to know chemical engineering. Of course, you need to also know a little bit of marketing. See how beautiful this is. This is a joyful field one needs to be. Nalla cocktail mari. Right? So what we did, we wanted to replace the synthetic material, make in India to save India. So we used cotton. So cotton or a beauty in not only it is biodegradable, cotton is very fine fiber. So when you are having a finer fiber, you can pack, that is nano. You can pack more material in a given area. When you are able to pack more material, that is physical chemistry. That's what I digress. So you are able to pack more material in a given volume, so you are able to hold more material. That's what we developed. So how we built it? So this is the synthetic material. Then industry also had another material called this pig. Don't ask me why they named it as a pig. It's known as pig. Okay, wow. So either endo my material replaced. So this is the product you saw. Okay, wow. So where it is used. So this is how the spill occurs. You see the crude oil spill. You might not have seen it. Only chemical engineers working in petroleum oil fields will know. Right? In the mari thick, highly viscous, fuming. See, it's a highly viscous and volatile material. So it will fume immediately. If it is exposed to atmosphere, it will fume, and that fume is carcinogen. Right? Cancer doesn't develop next day. It takes years to develop. So in the Mari, people used to stock it. This is a national thermal energy plant in Ennur. This is exactly where we showed this technology work. So what you do, you take that material, you see there are a lot of YouTube videos on me. So if you just say Seshadri Ramkumar and oil spill, you will see this. I didn't put a lot of YouTube because lack of time. So you take this mat like this, dump it, and this cotton will not absorb water, it will float, and when it floats, it phase separates. So water and oil will separate. You just look into those YouTubes, those are readily available under the name, my name, you will see how it works. So oil spill is a health issue. We are replacing the synthetic sorbents because of microplastic issue. That's one example. Now, I will show you another example how these nanomaterials. So far I have shown you health. Now when it comes to nano, I have shown you cotton, which is micro, finer fiber. Now I'm going to show you nanomaterial. So this is what happens. If you go to Europe, or if you go to China, or if you go to Southeast Asian countries, where they have dye factory. The Sahapatarain Solramono, the one which we look very aesthetically beautiful, but there is a negative connotation to it. So all these dyes are dropped into the free flowing water. And all the Bhavan Erode, so people who are very familiar with Erode and Tirupur district, you would see that the pollution has taken place in Bhavani river, which is a tributary to Kaveri. There is a lot of pollution, but that is changing. So this is what happens. So all these dye materials, these colorful materials which we like different shades, they all have a negative connotation to it because they are carcinogen in nature. So this is what it is. What we took nanofiber. How do we make nanofiber? Polyethylene oxide. Okay, I'm not going to go in deep how we do it. So these are very mundane. So what we did, we spun nanofibers using polyvinyl alcohol, polyethylene oxide, because these are water soluble. So you don't have to worry about these synthetic chemicals, right? And then nano again is ubiquitously distributed because nano you cannot control. The fibers are 100 to 500 nanometer, 1/100th of your human hair. You can't even touch and control it. Very fragile. So it ubiquitously spreads. Cherry. Adela, we are functionalizing it using titanium particles. Titanium dioxide is photocatalytic in nature. So this titanium dioxide on a nanofiber that has high surface area will be able to trap these dye particles more because the surface area is more. Then these titanium dioxide nanoparticles will cleave the toxin. This became cover page article for us last year. You just Google, you will see this. Right. Those are all bragging rights for academics, which I don't believe, but I have done it. So been there, done it. So it doesn't make me anything. I don't feel anything chip on my shoulder. Cherry. So this nanofiber gives you high surface area. Since we are using water soluble nanomaterials, there is no synthetic chemicals involved. And then the titanium dioxide reacts with the red dye. On the red, that is basically rhodamin B. So the chemical name for the dye is rhodamin B, which is carcinogen. So that rhodamin B and the titanium dioxide on a high surface area substrate interact and they cleave the toxin because it is photocatalytic. So where are these dyes exposed? These dyes are exposed in the river where you have abundant sunshine, particularly in East Asian country. Okay, and this is what happens. Beautiful. So this is what made the editor to put this on the front page of Particle Separation and Filtration Journal. You can Google it. This was one of my PhD students recently. Right. So this is the rhodamin. And then in 0 hours, if you just take rhodamin B with no photocatalytic activity there, you see the dye red color, which is carcinogen. In 45 days, okay, in at least 16 days, if you just leave the mat in these contaminated areas for 16 days, you see 100% reactivity of titanium dioxide on the rhodamin B, RHB, it cleaves. So when it cleaves, the toxic component is broken down. So you are devoid of danger. So I have given you 3 examples. New face mask, oil absorbent mat, which is sustainable, sustainable nanofiber catalytic material. So, and then I will quickly, so then how do you, so many things you can do, only the same material, the same non-woven fabric, the same cotton fiber, the same synthetic material, you don't have to invest much. Only thing is, you have to make these cocktails. Add one component more, one component less. Okay, wow. So then the same, then how did we do this? So you can see this decontamination wipe I said. So this is sold like this, hermetically sealed. I showed you already, that is given schematically. So the top layer, white layer is L1. The blue color is the black charcoal or activated carbon, and then the another layer of the white one. So that is decontamination wipe. So yeah. Then now coming to biomedical engineers. So if you look at, there are 3 types of materials you can develop for biomedical application. One is in the patient, like stents, sutures, so on and so forth. That needs regulatory approval. So it takes minimum 10 years until otherwise a pandemic comes. Even this vaccine would have taken 5 to 10 years. They did it in 9 months. Okay. So there are 3 types of materials. That's what you have to remember. In the patient, right? Then on the patient, where like tissue scaffolds and patches and so on and so forth. Near the patient and for the patient. So for the patient has less regulatory approval, like face mask and gown. So there are 3 to 4 in the patient, on the patient, near the patient, for the patient, like 4. So how to build a company, how to build a research, 4 yes. And if you go down to medical scientists, biomedical scientists, materials concerning biomedical scientists, there are 4. In the patient, on the patient, near the patient, for the patient. Near and far are more or less same. So this is what it is. So you could see everything here. A typical setup. This is, I borrowed it from Indian Army. So this is what it is. So you could see all kinds of course, you won't be able to see those materials within the body, but for that on the patient, near the patient, for the patient, you can see. Then I have already explained what nanofibers are. This is the concept. What is a simple analogy? Eppadi nano புரிஞ்சு வைக்க முடியும்? One thing is the coffee stirrer and then the straw, juice straw. Given that the same tumbler, and the tumbler, the volume is fixed. Imagine you will be able to pack more straw in the same tumbler compared to the beverage straw. The coffee stirrer, kuchi. So you will be able to pack more coffee stirrer in the same tumbler compared to the straw. So that is what nano. Simple example how to show nano, because the surface area is more. Then I published regularly all these innovation as a snippet. Chinna kada kadaya. Science alone romba poda maten. And industry people, if you talk science, they will run away. There is a disconnect between scientist and an industrialist. So I write what is known as snippet. Tunukundrome Tamil snippets. So these are published regularly. If there are new things, either from my lab or if Arun Karthik publishes something interesting, if he lets me know, I write it as a story, which is known as text snips. It goes to almost 5,000 people around the world. If anybody is interested, you may subscribe this by emailing me s.ramkumar@ttu.edu, and it is free. I want to tell you that this I am doing it as a social service for science. அப்படி இருக்கான்னு கேட்காதீங்க, நம்மளா கிரியேட் பண்ணிக்க வேண்டியதான். Social science for social service for science. So it's called text snips. So it gives marketing information and politics. Everything is there free. So if anybody is interested, you may subscribe to it. s.ramkumar@ttu.edu. And with that I conclude. I guess I more or less finished on time. And if there are any burning questions, you may do so.
Participants, you can unmute yourself. If there are any questions, you can ask.
Yeah, 1 hour and 14 minutes. So on the time. How many participants are there, Arun?
So there are 42, 41, sir.
No question? புரிஞ்சது இல்லையா நான் சொன்னது?
Yes, sir.
கேட்கணும்னு கேட்க
Yes,
வேண்டாம்.
sir.
Question கேட்கணும்னு no need to ask. Okay, was I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, va?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your presence, sir. It gives more insights on technical textiles. Thank you, sir.
And good day. Bye.
Bye, sir. Dear participants, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will share you the feedback link in the
Okay, sir.
chat box. You can just give your feedback. I have shared the link in the feedback form.